Ed here. Today is June the 11th, 2021. We're in Bush, Louisiana, and check out those bees right there. Wow, what a hive those bees are. The flare, and I just shot the flare on it. Let me give you a shot of what the flare looks like, the image of those bees on the flare. Look at this. Look at the size of this hive. Now that glow right there where the little X is, that's those bees standing on the outside of the hive. But look, you can see they're in both of the sections of those studs up in there. And they go from the ceiling all the way from the top. Look how far down they go. Look at that glow. Look at that glow. And it keeps on going. And it keeps on going all the way to the base. So we have got a massive beehive right here. That's a good 6 feet of board, and it's going to be 2 foot, 18 inches wide. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. It's early. Charlie and I got out here early this morning. Yeah, come on in, Charlie. Let me make. So we got Charlie right here.
Real early.
Yeah, it's right now. It's just a little after 6 o'clock. The temperature's supposed to go up to 98, 100 degrees today. So we got out here early to get these bees out here. And by the grace of God, in a couple hours, I think there's going to be more than 2.
Yeah, we're gonna. We don't have Route with us.
Yeah, but
if we had
he's here in spirit. So we're going to wrangle these bees, and by the grace of God, we'll get them out of here and move them on up. We're actually going to Stanley's house, who you'll see, he'll be here shortly. Let's wrangle bees, huh?
Let's get them.
All right. I forgot to mention that we're out here in the country, and there's no electricity out at the building right here, the little shed. So Charlie got his little generator, so we're going to be using the generator for this removal. I vacuumed up the bees on the outside, so now I'm going to go ahead and start removing the boards and the battens and expose this hive. Should be pretty interesting. What I want to do, what I'm doing, is I'm trying to prevent an escape route for these bees. Once I pull these boards off and I start vacuuming, the bees' natural inclination is to run away from the vacuuming. So they're going to want to run up. I certainly don't want them to run up and into this inside of the shed. So I'm simply blocking off the escape route so that if they do run up, I can vacuum them as they're running up. So this is just something to slow them down and allow me a little bit of time to come and vacuum them. So now I'm ready to pull the boards off. Without a doubt, that was the longest time it took me to expose a hive. And as you can see, because the construction of this, they're 2 foot on center studs. The bees simply filled in the space right here, and then you can see all this brand new comb right here that the bees had started drawing out for this year. So, you know, looking at the age of this comb, minimally 2 years old, it might be 3 years old. But that doesn't mean that these bees were the bees that were in for 3 years. But regardless, they're in here now. Good, strong, healthy colony. Now, you saw in that video that Charlie was shooting, I've already pulled some of that comb, this older comb that fell out. It already had beetle maggots in it. So I'm going to be very, very careful about what we save and bring into the new hive, because we don't want to introduce that larva, the maggots in there, because that'll just simply ruin everything that we've done. Also, along with the maggots of the beetles, Charlie also filmed some termites. So you have some serious termite damage, and it's an active colony in here. So we got bees, we got termites, we got beetles, and hopefully in all this we're going to find our queen too. It's time to now start vacuuming up, seriously vacuuming up the bees and cutting out the comb. I had to remove that wax that I pulled off those boards on first, just to get that job done, and then we can concentrate fully on removing the bees. The sun's coming up, I can feel that heat coming, so I got to start working fast. I've now removed all the honey that was in the bottom. Obviously I haven't removed all the honey. Look, here's a beetle right here. Well, there was a beetle right there. We still got all this honey on this side of the comb, and then the brood on that side. And what I think I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start removing off the bottom, and then once I remove off the bottom, then I'm going to go at the top and start removing some of this comb. And I just need to get some wiggle room in this space. I don't have any space in there to work with. So that's going to be the next step. I'll remove part of the bottom, getting rid of this older comb, putting that in my nasty comb section. Any brood, like this section right here, I'll put that in the brood box. And I'm always careful as to my orientation, making sure that up is up on it. So I place all that in a certain way in my ice chest. And that way when I go back to frame it up, I know I'm going to be correct. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the bottom and then work my way from the top down, or from the bottom. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it, but whatever works easiest for me, that's how I'm going to do it. Let's get back to doing this thing. All right, now
You got your line?
it's been 2.5 hours, Charlie says already. We've removed all the brood comb and all the section in the bottom, and all I have left is that honey stuff that's up on the right hand side of it. And that's a lot of honeycombing there. Unfortunately, these bees, they didn't make it easy on me for constructing their comb, because there's all kind of crazy bridge comb inside of that comb, and so it's attached to itself, and so it makes it very difficult to remove. So I have to come behind it, cut it out, and then once I do that, the honey starts leaking. So I was able to save some brood comb. Some of it had honey, so I'm not even going to put it in the hive. So we're down to the comb right now. Hopefully I'll get this stuff out, and there's some beautiful, beautiful honeycomb. I don't know if that ice chest is going to be big enough to keep all this stuff, but we're going to remove that, and with my fingers crossed, that queen is hiding behind all that comb, because I didn't see her in all the other stuff on the brood, so we'll see. And there really wasn't a lot of new brood. I saw some uncapped brood, not a lot of brood. So I don't know. We'll find our queen though. I'm confident of that. So I'm gonna finish my water, and then we'll get back to it. I'll see her.
Got her in sight. Come on, Ed.
I got her.
Ed's got her.
Woo! Thank you, Jesus! Woohoo! How about that, huh? With that queen safely in the cage, we'll go ahead and finish wrapping this thing up. Man, there's some serious honeycomb still to pull out of there. That ice chest is going to be full, but we got our queen safe in the cage. This job's just about wrapped up. Let's go ahead and finish it up. Well, folks, it ain't there no more. It is completely removed. Yeah, we got a couple more bees flying around, and the robbers are starting to show up. Because you can see they're just hanging out on the outside. They're not going to it. So we're going to go ahead and make one more vacuum, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. So here we go, showing you what we got. Now this is just the junk comb, and Stanley's gonna be feeding his bees with this stuff right here. Not a lot of, it's just junk comb, but it's good wax. Look at this. Here's our bees, and oh man, we had to get 20,000 here for sure. That was a lot of bees. Here's our queen right there. This is the only brood comb that I was able to save, was right in here. And hopefully none of this stuff is going to be wet, and that we'll be able to put some of this in here. And then look at this. This is all the honey that we got. I tried to pick this ice chest up. It probably weighs 60, 70, 80 pounds. I don't know. It's heavy, I know that. And it's good tasting to boot. All right, we're going to load all this stuff up in the van, and we're going to close this video out.
Oh, I got the ants.
Yeah, watch that.
Right. Okay.
Wait. Now, Stanley, we're going to start. What do you say? So you got to look at the camera.
Keep on watching.
No,
Thanks for watching.
No,
Thanks
Stan.
for watching.
All right, you ready, Stan?
Right.
Go.
Thanks for watching.
Keep on watching.
We'll be making more. God bless, Mr. Ed.
Good time trolling.
And Stan.
The man.
The man.
We're out until the next one. Okay, so that's how we're going to say it, all right?
Okay.
Now, don't mess it up. You feel the pressure?
Yeah, I can. We can do some wrangling.
Oh, pretty good, Stan. Stan, look, I know there's a lot of pressure on you right here.
I think his beard should be full of the bees.
Right.
You're going to be okay, right?
I'm okay.
Okay, all right, so here we go. We're going to close this thing out. Well, that was one heck of an adventure. It took us, I think, what, Charlie, 2.5, 3 hours?
3.5 hours.
Yeah, but we were here at 6:30 in the morning. We were very smart because it's already warm. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's hot.
He got me up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4 o'clock. Can you imagine that?
I told Charlie, I said, we got to get this thing done early because I don't want to be dealing with this heat. Yesterday was 98 and I don't want to be out in it. So what is your thoughts about this one? Because, I mean, you were just in the back, no suit on, cool.
I am so fortunate. You see, I'm limited in what I can do. So he puts me behind the camera. I love it. So
All right.
I don't have to worry about it.
And we never got to introduce you, but right here, this gentleman right here, Stan the man. Stan is one of the first beekeepers I ever met when I first came to the North Shore. Stan mentored me years ago, and now, look at that, I'm helping him out now. I'm mentoring him. And the bees are going home with Stan. So, Stan, what do you got to say about this adventure?
Keep on watching.
No, Stan, before we do that part, you got anything to add to this?
Thanks for watching.
Well, okay, well, but we're going to try one more time.
All
So,
right,
do you have anything to say other than thanks for watching? Like,
Yeah.
well, what do you have to say?
Well, thank you.
You got to look
Mr.
in the
Ed.
camera. Look in the camera,
Thank you,
Stan.
Mr. Ed.
And anything else to add to that?
Thank you.
No. And
Good
now
time,
you,
Charlie.
no, and then you can say, when I say anything to add to that, you say thanks for watching, okay?
Thanks for watching.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, right.
So you got anything else to add to that, Stanley?
So,
Well, what do you got to say then?
keep on watching.
No, Stanley, you're as bad as my mom. Come on. All right,
Thanks for watching.
say, you got it, Stanley?
Now I got it.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
here we go.
So Stanley, you got anything else to say other than thank you?
Thanks for watching.
Keep on watching.
We'll be making more. God bless, Mr. Ed.
Good time, Charlie.
I'm Stan the man.
Stan the man. We're out until the next video.
Bye.
Perfect.
You need to write it down for him.
It's not recording.
Yes, it is.
Just kidding.
There goes Jeff carrying his hose. He's got to go all the way to the pond to clean it out. Got honey in it and the bees are not flowing through the hose. This ought to be exciting. All we need is a little music to this and it would make a pretty good video of the Mr. Ed Rock. And now we have the Mr. Ed Twirl. You know, Ed was a majorette at one time at school. He was so cute in his little tutu.